Good Wednesday morning to you. The sun's up. Well, you can't really see it because it's cloudy, but it is a new day, and you may remember that yesterday, if you saw the grab and go, I talked about the importance of second chances and how every day is a new beginning. And I also shared with you that one of the new beginnings I had to make was to read the Bible more regularly. I had made a commitment to use a Bible reading schedule that I've used for years called the McShane Bible reading schedule. And I did. I started yesterday again, and it was just a really good time. I journaled, which is what I do. I just kind of read and then put down some thoughts, and it's kind of a diary, a journal. And so I started doing that again, and I hope that will just continue. Afterwards, someone emailed me and asked if I would share that schedule with them because they wanted to read the Bible more intentionally. And so I did, and it made me think, maybe you'd be interested. So I put beneath this video, you'll see a file that you can click on. It's a PDF of McShane's Bible reading schedule. And what you do is you read through, in the course of a year, if you stick with it, you read through the Old Testament once, the New Testament twice, and Psalms and Proverbs twice, I think. It's pretty ambitious, but you'll be rewarded for it. So you can click on that down below. I thought I'd give you a little glimpse behind the man who came up with that schedule. His name was Robert Murray McShane. I think there's a link below also to read a little bit more about his life, but I'll give you the short version. Robert Murray McShane was a Scottish pastor in the mid-19th century. And he was a pastor, he was a poet, he was loved by his people, he loved the Lord, he loved to pray, he loved the Word of God. And you talk about people who die an untimely death. He died at the age of 29, and here's his connection to our world. He died of typhus, of an epidemic of typhus in Ireland and Scotland back in 1843. So he died at the age of 29, and his parents outlived him, which should never happen. But his parents asked if he could be buried in the cemetery next to the church where he was the pastor. And of course they said yes, and he was buried, and over 7,000 people attended his funeral. I don't even know how you do that back in 1843 with no microphones but they did it, and 7,000 people, and that gives you some idea of the impression, the impact that he had on so many people. And I think he would say the impact the Word of God had on him. So to read the Word of God means that your life will be changed, and more than that, you will have peace during times like we're going through now. And that's kind of where we're going in the next 3 weeks in our Sunday teaching, as we talk about sheltering in place with Jesus. We're going to be living in John chapter 15, where Jesus says goodbye to his disciples and urges them to abide in his word. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Just kind of read John 15, live in it for the next few days, so that on Sunday you'll be ready. We'll be ready together to find out how we can shelter in place with Jesus. Also, tonight we have a prayer time together at 7 o'clock, and I'm just going to be sending out a link to basically all of you, everyone for whom I have an email address, so you can join us on Zoom for prayer. And I'll be sending that out to everybody, but if you want to RSVP, you can do that below. And then tomorrow, Suzanne will be here and introduce you to Greta and give a short lesson using Greta, whom you'll meet, that will teach us how important it is to put the right things into our minds so that the right things come out of our lives. That's all I'll say. I don't want to steal her thunder, but that's tomorrow on the Grab and Go for Thursday. And so adults, you're gonna love it. It's kind of like a children's sermon. Make sure the kids are around too, though, because they'll enjoy seeing this and take away an important lesson for their lives. So anyway, bless your Wednesday, and hope you'll join us tonight for prayer. God bless your day. Bye-bye.